Lined up on the riverbed, potential recruits are getting prepared. This is the day of the Doko race, an uphill sprint testing strength, stamina and speed. Their Dokos are waiting, each filled with 25 kilos of sand, which they'll carry on a 5-kilometre route to the top of the hill. If they want to pass, they have to complete the course in 48 minutes.
The fastest boy always comes in about 37, 38 minutes. Compare that to the fastest Brit who's ever done it, who was 39 minutes. Physically, for anyone, it would be a huge challenge. However, these PRs, these potential recruits, have trained extensively for this. They will have done it 5, 6, 7, 8 times already. And so they come to it with a degree of confidence, I believe.
Stand by, go!
Starting off, it's a sprint. The candidates are set off in 3 stages, hurtling through the valley before the steep climb begins. Crowds line the route, spectators, family members and mentors from their training academies. Those running need all the encouragement they can get. This is no gentle jog. Stone steps line the first half, straining calf muscles and leaving many breathless to keep up with them. By the midway point, the leaders are already becoming clear. In Nepal, there's certainly no shortage of hills to practice on. In the past, many of the potential recruits were born in the mountains. In terrain too steep for roads, they grew up having to transport supplies on their backs. And today, many earn a living as porters, keeping food stocks and tour groups moving. But this is a changing country, and many families have left the harsh hillside for a life of suburban simplicity. Those who were born in the flat plains in the south won't find this easy, but you wouldn't know it. Over the years, other members of the army have tried to beat records set by the Gurkhas, and none have succeeded. This is the brigade's unique test, and many would say that's just as well.
This is quite tough selection actually. It's very hard for the boys. Strength is the hardest bit. So if they manage to stay on, they can pass, otherwise it's not easy.
Up at the top, the finish line lies in wait. For some, it's an emotional end. For others, it's a triumph.
Yes, it was very much competitive, but I have never gave up.
Must have to give continuity for this race. It's very hard in this selection, central selection.
The fastest time ever to complete the Doko race was in 34 minutes, and that was 3 years ago. Today, the fastest was 39 minutes. But most of these potential recruits are still waiting to find out their times, to find out if they passed. All 400 candidates will run this race. Out of the first group, 8 failed. But those who passed face educational tests and a final interview before the recruiting team make their selection. 63 will come from the east of Nepal and 63 from the west, and it comes down to points in the end. Such is the demand and high standards that there will always be those who pass everything, only to leave disappointed. But for those that get selected, their lives will never be quite the same again. In the new year, they'll start training in Catterick, leaving the mountains behind for a new military life. 4,000 miles away, they all know a new adventure and a new career lies in wait. Carla Prater, Forces News at Pokhara in Nepal.